Hello and welcome. The top story coming out of Bengal, where the battle for the state is heating up with two blockbuster simultaneous rallies held today. Prime Minister Modi and the Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee both held simultaneous rallies. Prime Minister Modi flagged off his West Bengal poll campaign by lashing out against Mamata Banerjee, promising a Sonar Bangla if the BJP is voted to power. Meanwhile, at a massive rally at the Brigade grounds, he attacked the TMC government for letting down the people of Bengal. And about 570 kilometers away, Mamata Banerjee marched with an LPG cylinder in her hand to protest price rise.
এবং আবার আপনাদের বলি খেলা হবে খেলা হবে খেলা হবে
टीएमसी का खेला से खेला खत्म विकास शुरू.
The now familiar slogan Khela Hobe ruled blockbuster Sunday in Bengal politics. But nothing sporting about the head-on collision between Mamata Banerjee and Narendra Modi.
As Prime Minister Narendra Modi landed in Kolkata for a massive rally, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee countered his rally by starting this Padyatra in Siliguri.
दीदी
Mamata Banerjee and Mr. Modi attacked each other on multiple points: Tolabaji or extortion, syndicate Raj and Parivartan.
टोलाबाजी, सिंडिकेट, कमीशन कट, आपने इन घोटाले किए हैं.
বারবার বলে তোলাবাজি, সবচেয়ে বড় তোলাবাজ তো আপনি। সিন্ডিকেট, what syndicate? India knows only one syndicate, that is Narendra Modi and Amit Shah. There is no other syndicate.
Crowds at both places, Siliguri and Kolkata, spilling over. At Brigade Parade Ground, sporadic scenes of chaos. At Siliguri, Ms. Banerjee's march against the price of gas was packed from one end to the other.
কেরোসিন পাচ্ছেন, কেরোসিনের দাম বেড়েছে, গ্যাসের দাম বেড়েছে, পেট্রোলের দাম বেড়েছে, ডিজেলের দাম বেড়েছে.
The Prime Minister did not refer to fuel prices at all in his hour-long speech, diverting instead to Mamata Banerjee contesting from Nandigram. Referring to her scooter ride the other day in Kolkata against the fuel price hike, and he said that she was taking a scooter from her old constituency Bhawanipur to Nandigram, and he hoped she wouldn't fall off and hurt herself.
हम नहीं चाहते किसी को चोट आए, लेकिन जब स्कूटी ने नंदीग्राम में गिरना तय किया है तो हम क्या करें?
Stealing a lot of thunder from Mr. Modi and Ms. Banerjee was BJP's new star, Mithun Chakraborty. A Trinamool MP till 5 years ago, he changed colours today and delivered a punchline rivaling the one that is legendary.
আমি জল ঢোড়াও নই, বেলে বোড়াও নই, আমি একটা कोबरा, गोखरो আমি.
मिथुन चक्रवर्ती तो हमारे दादा है और मोदी जी को देखने आए हैं हम लोग। परिवर्तन के लिए, सोनार बांग्ला करने के लिए हमारा देश का भविष्य है। मिथुन चक्रवर्ती आया तो और भी बहुत मजबूत हो गया।
All eyes now on 2nd May, the day the votes are counted. With G.D. Shankar, Anirudh Tripathi and Saurav Gupta, Monideepa Banerjee, NDTV.
ये काला हाथ कैसे गोरा हो गया रे?
And one of Bengal's most beloved actors, Mithun Chakraborty, ended days of speculation and joined the BJP and delivered all the punchlines that would thrill a giant crowd waiting for Prime Minister Modi to make his speech at the Kolkata Brigade Parade Ground. But will this move to shift to the BJP go according to script? NDTV's Monideepa Banerjee spoke with Mithun Da.
মারবো এখানে, লাশ পড়বে শ্মশানে. That's the line Mithun Chakraborty is so famous for in Bengal, and today he turned all his charm on at brigade and delivered this other whole line. What was the dialogue?
Marbo ekhane lash porbe shoshane, of course it has become immortal. It will be there. But why change this line is, Ami jol dhodao noi, bele bodao noi, jat gokhro, ek chobole chobi. Means I am not a snake of sand, I am not the water snake. I am a full of the dangerous cobra. In one bite, the picture frame.
You're dead. So for the BJP to have you on their side is a huge shot in the arm. Why?
I wouldn't say that, because BJP is not it's a national party. It's maybe the biggest party in the political party in the world. They don't need stars like me. They have many stars with them. But in Bengal, they have accepted me. I won't say that they wanted me. I would say that rather. Because of one thing, because my keenness to do something for the poor people of Bengal, it has been there, persistently there. When I was 18 years old, I had the same dream. And if you see my past, I chase dreams. And still today I'm chasing dreams. And if you do not put things in a jar of politics in me, then you will mistake. I'm not a leader. Do not call me a BJP leader. I'm not a leader. I cannot be. I don't have the qualities to be a leader. I only say that I have a leader, and his guidance, I've spoken to him. He's been very open to me. Prime Minister was with me for 15 minutes. And he told me, this is Sarkar Sabka Sarkar. That means we are going to judge everybody the same way.
What was your dream? What is your dream for Bengal? Bengal as it is today is not your dream Bengal. What is your dream?
It's in a mess now. The Bengal is an example for everyone. Today, I feel that it's not there. Somewhere we have gone haywire. And we must come together to see to that we get back those things. And for that, you need a change. Change of real change. Change for the people change, not for myself changing.
And in Kerala, Union Home Minister Amit Shah addressed the concluding session of the BJP statewide yatra, and E. Sridharan, who recently joined the BJP, was on stage, shared a stage with Mr. Shah, and at a time when the left ruled state's chief minister, Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan, has been hitting out at the BJP ruled centre for using central probe agencies to allegedly torpedo the elections, Amit Shah issued a counter to the Kerala chief minister.
अभी मैंने केरल के मुख्यमंत्री का बयान देखा कि केंद्रीय एजेंसियां, सेंट्रल एजेंसीज राजनीतिक दबाव में काम कर रही है। मैं आज ये महान समुद्र के किनारे से केरल के मुख्यमंत्री को कुछ प्रश्न पूछना चाहता हूं और ये सार्वजनिक मंच से पूछना चाहता हूं। आपको कल इसका सार्वजनिक रूप से जवाब देना चाहिए। डॉलर और सोना तस्करी के मुख्य आरोपी आपकी ऑफिस के आपके अधीन काम करते थे या नहीं करते थे? हाँ या ना, केरल की जनता को आप बताइए। क्या आपके प्रमुख सचिव ने इस कांड के अंदर आरोपी महिला को नकली प्रमाण पत्र के साथ एक महत्वपूर्ण सरकारी योजना में स्थान दिया था या नहीं दिया था? आप जवाब दीजिए, हाँ और ना।
And the DMK, which is hoping to capture power in Tamil Nadu, stunned everyone with a massive rally in Trichy with thousands in attendance. Speaking at the rally, Stalin unveiled his party's 10-year vision document, where he made 7 big promises under the heads of economy, agriculture, water, education and health, rural development, urban development and social justice. And one of the big announcements is a plan to give 1,000 rupees per month as income as a right to women heads of households. Meanwhile, the party finalized its seat-sharing formula with the Congress, giving only 25 seats to its national ally. Sam Daniel brings us this report.
Congress will fight 25 seats in the Tamil Nadu elections and the Kanyakumari Lok Sabha by-poll seat. That's the deal the DMK has struck with its national ally after a week of hectic discussions. Congress that fought 41 seats but won only 8 in 2016 had demanded 30 seats but had to settle for less, with its demand for a Rajya Sabha seat also being met with a no.
The DMK and Congress can now work together. They have worked together.
Yes, we will all work together, 100%.
Will 2021 be different for Congress?
I will react later. It will be a good election. We are going to win.
With 10 years in the opposition, DMK wants to fight in at least 180 of the 234 seats to secure a majority of its own. But this time the party has more allies to accommodate: MDMK, VCK, IUML, MMK and the left. With the Bihar drubbing and fall of its government in Puducherry, for the Congress, an alliance with the DMK appears to be a plausible comeback strategy despite its declining numbers, though the DMK is quite wary of a letdown by the National Party. However, both sides are now hopeful of a repeat of their 2019 sweep. In Chennai with Suresh, Sam Daniel, for NDTV.
All right, let's go in for a short break. After that, we'll get you a picture, the big picture when it comes to the rise in new coronavirus cases across the country. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now, the daily rise in new coronavirus infections have been recorded above the 18,000 mark for the second consecutive day, taking India's total tally of COVID-19 cases to over 1 crore, 12 lakh cases. The active cases have registered an increase for the fifth consecutive day. 6 states are reporting high daily COVID cases: Maharashtra, Kerala, Punjab, Karnataka, Gujarat and Tamil Nadu. These states account for 84% of India's caseload. And for the past 3 days, Maharashtra has recorded over 10,000 cases. In the last 24 hours, 11,000 cases. And due to a rise in COVID cases in Aurangabad, the district night restrictions have been imposed. Meanwhile, Punjab is recording nearly 1,200 cases, the highest numbers in 5 months.
Mumbaikars carrying on with their lives, oblivious to the fact that the number of coronavirus positive cases reported in the state continue to rise alarmingly. For the past 2 days, Maharashtra has recorded over 10,000 cases, figures last reported in October. Districts like Mumbai, Pune, Amravati, Nagpur, Yavatmal, Thane are particularly worrying. In Amravati, lockdown has been partly lifted. Amravati was seeing nearly 900 to 1,000 cases daily. Now it is reporting around 500 to 600 cases daily. Although schools, colleges remain shut, shops have been given permission to open between 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. with a strict no mask, no entry policy enforced.
विशेष 30 पथक आपण या वीकसाठी नेमतो आहेत जेणेकरून कोविड अप्रोप्रिएट बिहेवियर हे फॉलो करण्यामध्ये आपल्याला जास्तीत जास्त लोकांपर्यंत पोहोचता येतील.
Night curfew has been imposed in Pune, Hingoli, Aurangabad and Nagpur. A central team visited Maharashtra in the first week of March to analyze why the cases are rising, and they found laxity in COVID behavior, people not following the protocols after cases started coming down in September, Gram Panchayat elections, marriages and crowded public transport acting as super spreaders. It is not just Maharashtra, but Punjab is also becoming a worry now. Punjab recorded nearly 1,200 cases on Saturday, the highest numbers in 5 months. Night curfew has been imposed in 4 districts of Jalandhar, SBS Nagar, Hoshiarpur and Kapurthala.
इनिशियली जो गाइडलाइंस थी कि एटलीस्ट 10 होनी चाहिए, हर पॉजिटिव केस की 10 कॉन्टैक्ट ट्रेस करो. हमने उसको बढ़ा के 15 ले गए थे. 16 तक कॉन्टैक्ट ट्रेसिंग हमारी जनवरी महीने में चल रही थी. बट उसमें हमें एक ही उसमें दिक्कत आ रही थी. कॉन्टैक्ट ट्रेस हो जाते हैं लेकिन उसमें से वॉलंटरी उनकी टेस्टिंग करनी थोड़ी सी डिफिकल्ट थी.
With Maharashtra and Punjab continuing to add cases, the states now need to ramp up the testing and also do the contact tracing to arrest the spread of the virus, else the situation can spiral out of control. With Mohammad Ghazali in Chandigarh, this is Purva Chitnis with camera person Rajendra Dayalkar for NDTV.
And finally, the Delhi Health Minister, Satyendra Jain, has said that the coronavirus pandemic is nearing the endemic phase in the national capital region. But this comes as the Union Health Ministry has included Delhi in its list of 8 states that are displaying a marginal spike in COVID-19 cases.
मैंने आपको पहले बताया था कि भी पेंडेमिक फेज ऐसा लगता है कि पेंडेमिक फेज खत्म हो रहा है. पेंडेमिक होता है कि बहुत तेजी से बढ़ना, जिसे महामारी कहते हैं. बट एंडेमिक फेज में जा रहे हैं. एंडेमिक फेज क्या होता है? एक्सपर्ट्स का ही कहना है कि एंडेमिक में मतलब ये बीमारी जैसे H1N1 स्वाइन फ्लू आई थी दिल्ली के अंदर 8-10 साल पहले, तो वो एक बार ही आई थी, पर उसका एंडेमिक क्या है, हर साल कुछ ना कुछ केस आते हैं.
Delhi's health minister claiming that the pandemic phase is ending and the city is entering the endemic phase. But first, what is the difference between pandemic and endemic? Pandemic refers to the spread of a disease beyond national borders, across a continent or even around the world. While endemic refers to the usual persistence of an infectious disease in a given region and affects a large part of the population. The disease remains in a steady state but does not disappear from the population. The announcement comes on a day when the Union Health Ministry included Delhi in the list of 8 states displaying an upward trajectory in daily cases. Delhi's daily cases have gone from 100 to over 300 in the last 1 month. India's top medical body has also sounded a note of caution.
The decision whether it is a pandemic or endemic has to be taken by the scientific bodies like ICMR or the WHO, and it cannot be a political decision, and we cannot loosen our grip and the guarding against this corona infection at this crucial moment, and that will be very disastrous to the country. Let us not argue whether it is a pandemic or endemic, but work hard with sincerity and efficiently so that we will be tied over this crisis.
Recently, the centre had pointed out to Maharashtra that a lack of fear about the disease among people and the state health machinery being lax were among the reasons behind the surge. Delhi should keep its guard up to prevent a similar situation. In New Delhi, this is Sukirti Dwivedi for NDTV.
And that's the news at this hour. Stay tuned to NDTV. We'll bring you constant updates on all the top stories. Bye-bye.